I'm Jessie Shepherd.
And I'm Tabitha Davis.
And we are Booze
and
Glues.
Hey, we did it.
That was awesome.
Welcome to Booze and Glues, a justifiable excuse for two friends to spend time together, cross crafts off their to-do list, and, of course, drink. With glue guns and wine glasses at the ready, join Jessie Shepherd and Tabitha Davis as they attempt to simultaneously chat, craft, chug and charm. Will they consume alcohol? Definitely. Will they actually accomplish anything? Debatably. Will they bitch and complain? Inevitably. Will it be a bloody good time? Absolutely. And if things don't turn out just as planned, well, that's okay too. Because booze.
Welcome to Booze and Glues. It's our second official recording.
I'm Jessie.
I'm Tabitha. I have a special surprise wine that I got for Jessie, so we haven't opened wine yet because I wanted to hear her reaction.
What? Where did you find that?
Well, where else would you find Duck Commander Robertson Family Wine?
A Bevmo?
But Walmart.
No way.
Yes.
That is awesome.
So I thought that we should have that. So we're going to open our wine now.
Love it.
Duck Commander wine.
To be honest, I stopped watching the show like a couple seasons in just because, I don't know, it's the same thing over and over.
Yeah.
But one of the episodes that I did see where they opened their winery, he tried to open it a month after he started making wine.
Oh, yeah. No, you got to let that sit.
Yep. And he had everybody try it too. And everyone was just like
disgusting.
So that's what I think is going to be in here.
Oh, you're like, this is the worst. Great.
Hasn't even fermented.
Do you want to be naughty or nice tonight?
I'll be naughty.
Okay. So we're going to have some wine get going. We have some more lovely fall crafts to work on.
We got some leaves.
We do have some colored leaves.
Some candles.
Some popcorn and various dried beans and stuff.
This is actually really good.
Is it? Okay, let's try. Very smooth.
It's like really sweet.
Yeah, it's a red blend. I mean, you can never go wrong with a blend.
No.
But I do love that it's called Triple Threat, which is some of his, like, products. He has all the decoy lines and all that stuff and blinds and everything. And some of his product is called Triple Threat. I don't remember what it is now, but I've had his decoys and stuff before.
That is how they got popular.
Yeah. It's true. They wouldn't have had a show otherwise. So basically, tonight we're going to make some fall candles with some popcorn kernels and stuff. We're not sure how classy it's going to look. We're going to write on pumpkins with metallic markers on white pumpkins and chat about life. I also made some pumpkin cookies. I'm going to set one right here.
They're fabulous. What did you say? They're cake cookies?
Yeah, it's just cake mix. I usually do them with just a can of pumpkin and a thing of spice cake mix and then throw in some chocolate chips. It's the perfect amount of ingredients. I didn't figure this out. Somebody else did. And then you just bake them. It's super fast and they're super fluffy. But I thought I had a can of pumpkin in my cupboard still, but it was actually a can of evaporated milk with the pumpkin pie on the front. So that was kind of a oops. But I had opened a can of pumpkin yesterday, and I used some of it in my oatmeal. So I was like, well, I'm going to do half the, like, regular cake recipe. I just was cleaning the pumpkins off with Windex because I'm crazy. It's good to start with a nice, clean base, I guess.
That's true.
Mostly I have OCD. That's what it is. So I ended up using half of a recipe to make cake cookies, which is just you take any cake batter, like any old cake batter, and you take like half a cup of oil and 2 eggs, and you can make cookies out of any cake batter recipe. And then...
Like funfetti?
Yes. Amber and I one day made like every flavor of cake cookie that you could. Like we went to the store and just bought like chocolate and spice cake and funfetti and made all these different yummy kinds just to check them out. And they were really good.
Yes. I think funfetti with that funfetti frosting
on the cake, on the cookies.
Yeah.
That might be yummy. I don't like canned frosting.
Oh, I love canned frosting.
It tastes so sciencey.
Oh my gosh, give me a can of frosting and some graham crackers. And
oh, yeah, that's pretty yummy.
Yeah.
I remember doing that when I was a kid. So what should we work on first? Do we want to write boo on our pumpkins? I think I want to use bronze, not gold. Do you want to use gold?
I'm going to use gold.
I don't have cute handwriting.
Sometimes I can.
I feel like I have to have some kind of idea in my head.
I want to write fall. I gotta see how this guy sits, though.
Fall, y'all. You made a sign last year that said "Happy Fall, y'all."
It's up in my house still.
I remember.
Well, not still. I took it down.
Went right through Easter. It's timeless. I remember Blake saying something about it, like, "It's fall, y'all."
Yeah.
I saw this cute little, I have no idea what, like, the purpose of it was, but it was this cute little video. I'm sure it was sponsored by someone who was trying to get something, because nothing in the world is free, right? But it was this little video, and it was talking about, like, doing kind acts, and it was really sweet, and it was just this lady was writing cute little cards and, like, leaving them for her
I saw that, too!
And I was like, that's adorable! And if I had handwriting that looked anything like that, I would have a different job.
Well, and they made it look so effortless.
Right, like, she's just like, oh, look at me. I mean, I'm sure she probably, like, took some calligraphy classes or something, like.
I did in elementary school, but come on.
I remember thinking I was going to be really into calligraphy, and I got like a set one time, and I don't even think I ever opened it, honestly.
What?
Well, yeah, I mean, it was like one of those things where I was like, oh, this is going to be a lot of work, huh?
I would love to take a handwriting class or something. Sometimes I, like, look it up on Pinterest and try to see if somebody can help me with my handwriting.
Help! My handwriting's
well, they'll give you, like,
terrible.
stuff to practice and stuff.
Oh.
I don't know, it's weird.
So far, I hope I can clean this off. Oh my gosh, look at yours. I hate you. Mine started, I was trying to make it fancy on the edge, and it's just grown into, like, some kind of weird diseased tree. Please come off with, nope, Windex doesn't take off Sharpie.
What a bummer. No, keep going, I think.
I don't think. I think I might just let this be the whole backside of it, and I'll just put swirlies everywhere, you know?
Yeah.
And then it'll be okay. Or not.
I don't think it's as bad as you think.
I think it's hideous. It looks... This is one of those things where, like, some girl comes in and to a tattoo shop and is like, oh, look at this cute thing I saw on Pinterest. This is the girl's voice this is what I imagine basic girls who want to, like, go get a tattoo because they saw it on Pinterest, because people have been getting tattoos only since Pinterest came along. And I think that they are like, I saw this on Pinterest and it's so cute. I want one just like this. And then they just like walk into a tattoo shop. They've never, like, you gotta, like, do some homework. You don't just let a random person mark on your body forever.
See, I did that.
What?
But I ended up choosing a okay guy.
I am way too much of a control freak for that. I would lose it. I seriously, like, did months of investigating.
Well, see, mine's also pretty basic. Like, nobody could have screwed. Well, okay. People could have screwed it up. I've seen a lot of bad tattoos.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like what this looks like is what happens when you go into a tattoo parlor.
But I had never heard anything bad about Victory.
No.
So I thought it was pretty safe.
I didn't know Victory did yours.
Yeah. Derek did it.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, so we're tattoo sisters. We're linked forever.
Yeah, except for that. Well, I wish I'd get more, but he was so nice because I was freaking out. Yeah, I was a wuss. Yes, and
I only say that because you told me that you were a wuss. I wasn't just judging.
I'm really awful with pain.
Get an epidural. Make sure if you ever have kids, you get an epidural.
My biggest fear of life is that labor is gonna go too quickly, and somebody's gonna tell me it's too late for one.
You're just gonna walk in and be like, "Give me drugs," and they're like, "No, can't."
I've heard of that.
Yeah, but if your labor goes that quick, like, it might be painful at the time, but it's not like torturous. When you're in labor for like 20 hours, then it becomes a little bit much.
This all sounds awful. But anyways, he told me this really great story because I was freaking out, and I said, "You must think I'm just so
the worst.
Awful." And he's like, "No, I've seen much worse." And I was like, "Oh, well, that's nice." And then he told
Tell me more.
He told me the story of this lady that pooped her pants while
no,
he was tattooing her.
Oh my goodness.
Pooped her pants.
He wasn't just trying to make you feel better.
He could have been. But the way he told the story, he seemed
thoroughly
traumatized.
Disgusted. He was like, "I can't live with this secret any longer."
I'm sure he wasn't the first person he told, really.
He was confessing to you. Well, look, now that I've just continued to go crazy, it looks like a cool henna pumpkin.
Yeah.
Or something on the back here. I don't really know.
Mine's so simple, but I don't
It looks like it says bozo.
Oh.
Look, B-O, kind of an S-O-S.
Love it.
Yes.
You should have wrote boozos.
Boozos! I love it.
Like winos.
Are the people who gonna follow us, like, have a nickname? You know, like, I love My Favorite Murder. That's my totally favorite podcast, which I might have said last time. All their followers call themselves murderinos, which is, like, the cutest thing, because it's, like, people who, like, love murder. And to say that, you have to be a person who understands, like, you don't, like, love murder. But when, like...
Unless you're a serial killer.
Well, right. But, like, people say things like, "Oh, who's your favorite serial killer?" You know, only certain people are going to be able to, like, take that in the right context.
True.
Murderinos.
Murderino.
Yeah. Are we going to have boozies?
I kind of like that. Speaking of, like, nicknames, I can't stand, because, so I'm rooting for the Cubs now.
Oh, heck yeah.
That the Giants aren't in it,
Me
right?
too.
Not only because they're playing the Dodgers, but just because I think it'd be nice if they won.
I love a good underdog story. I mean, honestly, if the Giants hadn't been playing the Cubs, I would have been rooting for the Cubs.
Right. Because
I just like the idea that they're going to change the status quo, you know?
Yeah.
I love that.
And they're just good.
Obviously. I mean, they kicked our butts. How did you write so cute?
Thanks.
It's
I don't know.
Disgustingly cute. This is going on with the pictures with the Duck Commander wine. Oh, yeah.
But I don't like that they call them the Cubbies.
Oh, well.
That bugs the crap out of me.
I feel like we're a little late. I'm going to copy your fall, okay?
That's what...
I actually was going to make mine say boo, but I don't have a boo to copy, so it's going to say fall.
See, I'm trying not to fill my house with too much Halloween stuff because the week before Halloween I'm not going to be home. So.
Oh, right. I feel so bad for you.
Right? You should.
Because you're going to Italy.
As you should. Feel awful.
Please. Yes. Well, so back to the Cubbies. I don't think that is something that you're going to change.
No, it's not at all.
I feel like that's like an institutional...
Yeah, I'm
long running thing.
I'm sure they've been calling them the Cubbies for over 100 years.
Yeah, I mean, which is probably the last time they won a World Series, right?
106 years ago or something.
Okay, so yeah, once they started like being awful, everyone was just like, "Oh, don't make fun of my Cubbies." That's what I don't know.
Well,
they can't win. They're just little Cubbies.
Yeah, well, and when they sing, like, root, root, root for the Cubbies, you know, you can't say root, root, root for the Cubs.
Right, which is why you gotta have a 2-syllable thing.
Which I get, but I don't know. It bugs me.
I think that I overthink everything I do. Because, like, right now I want my, like, fall to be cute like yours, and yours is really thick on one side and not on the other. And I was like, I'm going to make mine like that. And now it's just really thick on both sides. It's something. It looks like a pea.
Oh, that's cute. I like your little curlies at the
I
end.
put little curlies. I'm going to put some gold dots in with my bronze bohemian henna project on the back. It's something, I tell you what. Well, I didn't want, to waste that 69 cents that I spent on this pumpkin. I had to go with it. I only had one pumpkin. It's gonna be fine.
I know, I wish I would have brought mine.
Since it's fall stuff, not Halloween stuff, we can do more of these.
Right.
After you're back. After Halloween.
After Halloween. Actually, I wish, I don't love Halloween.
I don't understand that. Those words that just came out of your mouth.
It's not that I don't like Halloween. I don't know, dressing up is too much effort for me. And living in a college town just really kind of ruins Halloween.
Well, it is very, what version of something slutty are you going to be this year?
Yeah.
It's
everybody gets way too drunk, and then there's just,
fights and stabbings and things.
Right.
Yeah, that is a little sketchy. I think I've only gone downtown on Halloween, out one time, and it was after things had settled down a lot compared to, what they used to be.
Yeah.
I did drive around one time, back in the heyday, and it happened to be the night that, 8 different people got stabbed. So, but we, didn't get out of the car. We were just, looking at the sights. And boy, were there some sights.
I'm sure there were sights.
Still the best Halloween costume I think I've ever seen. Do you remember Ace and Gary from Saturday Night Live?
No.
The ambiguously gay duo?
No.
Oh my gosh. You have to, look them up on YouTube or something, because I one time saw these 2 dudes dressed up as them, and it was, the funniest thing ever.
I keep looking at mine, and I think it says fail. F-A-L-E.
I think I needed more curve on my F. Yours looks much more natural. Mine looks forced. It's you will look cute. So, now the real question is do we want to just fill in these spaces with some popcorn and then place our candles in them? Or do we want to glue stuff?
I think just place.
Okay, I saw a cute one. I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally paranoid about actually using candles these days.
Really?
Yeah. I have all of my sensies and I'm just so happy using those. So I saw a super cute little thing where it was kind of the leaf was tied around the outside. It had popcorn in it, and then the leaf was just tied with raffia around.
Oh, because I was thinking tie the leaf with raffia here, and then just fill this a little bit.
With just a smidgen of popcorn.
Smidgen.
I know, and that seems like a great idea. I'm only concerned about actually using the candle.
Well, yeah, especially with flammable leaves.
Dry leaves. That's and raffia, which seems like a great fire starter.
But maybe if it gets hot, the popcorn will start popping.
And it will be its own fire alarm. This has been the best idea ever.
You'll wake up and think, popcorn?
No,
the house is on fire.
You've seen that where there's a Jiffy Pop bag hung over a door and then it says redneck fire alarm. Of course, you would be totally tortured as have horrible memories as a child, because you'll be every time you smell or hear popcorn popping, oh no, and having flashbacks.
Right.
My house burned down. Okay, here's some popcorn kernels. These are some of these are huge leaves. I didn't do great at picking small leaves. Actually, I did pick a couple small leaves, but they got left in my trunks.
I think you said smidge.
I think I've said smidge
3 or 4
like
times.
15 times. Just a smidge of popcorn and a smidge of... Let's glue some peas and stuff on these little pumpkins.
Okay.
Just for fun. I have a bunch of little tiny orange pumpkins, and we have black-eyed peas and split peas, and we should just do one of each. One with popcorn kernels.
I want to know, do peas easily split?
I have no knowledge of peas.
Because I'm just really curious, like, who goes and splits all these peas?
Tiny elves?
Or tiny children.
And they have... Well, wait a minute.
In a country...
That really dark. That just got super...
What country
Hi,
were these? What country
were you hoping to be entertained? Because we're just gonna bum you out hard. What country were these made in?
I was just wondering if it says, and if I could look up what their child labor laws are.
Okay, so in your world, peas are being split by children in factories? Is that what's going on?
You are the one that said elves.
Well, because I was being a smart aleck. Like little tiny fairies with hammers.
No.
Just go into town.
I'm sure it's a machine.
I think that it probably, because you know that peas have to go through the little machine to like sort out rocks and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that it's the process of going through all that and drying them that they somehow then like
Split?
pop apart.
What's the...
And by sure, I mean I would think that's how things would happen.
Well, that's why I said, or do
no
they
actual
easily
idea.
split? Because they look all pretty like...
Uniform.
Yeah.
They must just split in half. This could be easily answered by the Google button.
Google.
My knowledge of green peas is I buy them in a bag at the store, and I put them in a crock pot with a lot of other ingredients and make split pea soup, which is my fave.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I like peas.
I never liked peas growing up or anything. Like, they always grossed me out. But I always liked split pea soup, which is strange.
That's strange.
Now, as an adult, I have learned to like peas. Like, I will just eat peas, which I never would have before.
What?
Yeah. And I don't know when along the line I was just like, oh, okay. I would always eat them fresh. Like, my grandma grew them in her garden. And we would just go out and pick them, like, right off the stem, vine. I think a vine. And just
pea
eat them.
vine?
Well, they come out of pods. They're on a vine-ish plant.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen a pea in its natural habitat. To be honest.
Well, yeah. I don't know. We used to eat green beans like that, too. Just straight off the shoot. I don't know what they are. We're going to call them a shoot. A green bean shoot.
I like it.
I'm unsure.
Let me grab some of this.
I'm undecided. Oh, you're going to go, like, bohemian on that one.
I'm just gonna do stripes.
See,
that's my problem with my OCD. I can't do any, like, your little curly cues and stuff. I can't do stuff like that because it's not, like, uniform.
Oh, okay. Oh, you know what I think the problem is? I was going horizontal with these black-eyed peas, and I should have been going vertical all along.
They're just black eye peas. They only have one eye. You see the package?
Is that really a thing? Are they always only black-eyed peas?
I don't know.
I mean, it makes sense because they only do have one black eye. But then on the other hand, you're talking about peas in plural.
Yeah.
And are we just confused because of the band?
Right. Well, but where would they get their
Damn
names?
you, Fergie.
I wonder what the origin of their name is. Do you know that?
I don't know that, but I do know that you're supposed to have black-eyed peas on the new year because they're good luck.
Really?
Yes. It's a tradition.
I've never heard that.
You've never heard that. Or done it, obviously. So, I always associated it, now this could be completely incorrect because I have no idea, with the fact that it was like some kind of good luck situation or like new beginnings, new year, something. Who knows what it is? That seems Googleable. This is the part of the show where we Google stuff because we don't know anything.
Because we talk about stuff and we're like, I don't know.
I don't actually know the answer to that. This is actually a lot of what trivia night sounds like.
But we can't Google.
I'm not really sure. But yeah, there's no Googling allowed, which maybe that has like taught us now. We are being trained to not immediately Google everything, which is probably training I could use because I have that problem.
Yeah.
I like can't stand to not know something. I have to immediately look it up. And then be like, oh, well, actually.
When you were trying to figure out the microphone, you were just trying to figure it out. And I was like, let's see what Google says.
True. But I finally gave up and got on my phone also. And Google said, that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I have, like, not crafted in forever. I think I don't remember what happened, but, like, for a while I was crafting a lot. And then Blake one day was like, are you okay? And I was like, what? Why?
Why are you asking me that?
We were like just sitting watching TV or something.
Yeah.
And he's like, you just haven't been crafting lately.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's sweet.
He's concerned for your happiness and health. Crafting makes us healthy.
Blake the other day got called, some little old lady told him he was nasty to her.
Oh.
And like, anybody that knows Blake.
I know, I cannot imagine him being nasty.
And everybody at work is now just giving him crap because they're like, Blake, how could you be so nasty?
To that sweet little lady.
Because, well, and literally, you think of post office workers.
Yeah.
None of them are nice.
Well, I mean, I don't feel like it's the funnest place to be.
No.
By any means.
I don't know. Blake makes it a good time. But, yeah. I mean,
I think he finds a way to have a good time wherever, though.
That's true.
But, like, as a work environment, I don't think it's like, yay, the post office!
Very true. But, yeah, so, you know, you get Blake in comparison to anybody else, and you're gonna have a great time.
Right.
But she just said that he was nasty to her, so now he gets a lot of crap for being nasty. I think it's funny.
I feel like the wine's kicking in because I'm like, I pre-drank a tiny bit because I was having these amazing authentic tacos that my friend made for me the other day.
Ooh.
That were just so glorious that you can't stop eating them. And she brought over the teeny tiny tortillas, you know, the little tiny ones.
Yeah.
They're so cute. And so I ate like 5 of them because I was starving because I didn't eat much at lunch. And I was like, you know what goes really good with authentic tacos? Pacifico. And so I did have a Pacifico. Well, most of one anyways.
I did not pre-drink.
I was so full. I was like, I'm going to die. But I will die happy. Because, oh my gosh, those little tacos are so yummy. And she buys the taco meat. Like, it's pre-made at the store.
At that La Michoacana? I don't know how it's called. Michoacana? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I know what Michoacana is.
Is it a bad word?
No.
Oh.
It's a place.
Well, no, there's a store.
A little,
It's by Nobby's. And my mom gets their fajita meat.
Right.
And it's so freaking good.
No, this is from Food Max of all places.
Oh.
And she's like, yeah, you just go up to the deli counter and say, I want, like, taco meat. And you just tell them if you want, like, beef or chicken. And it's already seasoned and it's glorious. And you just whip it up and cook it. And
At Food Max?
At Food Max. And I was like, okay, now I feel like I've been failing at life because I didn't know this. I'm like, these are the best chicken tacos I've ever had.
I don't ever go to Food Max.
Well, I don't either. Well, I mean, especially because, you know, Adam worked there once upon a time. And so it's like not
he doesn't want to
his
go?
favorite place to go. But I was like, Adam, did you know about this and you didn't tell me? Like, you're in so much trouble.
It looks like a very sick pumpkin.
He's warty. He has leprosy. My leprous pumpkin. I feel like as long as you look at this from a distance, it's still gonna look like a cheeseburger, but
A little bit actually does, yeah.
Kind of looks like a cheeseburger, but at least you won't see the glue. I don't know if any of those things were good. It's interesting.
Oh my gosh, this is so random. Do you use face primer?
Depending.
Okay, because I never had used it before. Like, I'd never even tried it, right? So I was like, why do I need that?
Like, if I'm, like, really doing makeup, yeah. But
I don't think I'll ever not use it.
Yeah. Well, do you use, like, concealer or, like, powder?
I just use, like, a little bit of, like, a BB cream. Just to, I don't even use it all over my face. Just kind of, like, in spots that I get really rosy.
But, like, is it tinted?
Yeah.
So, I only use, like, powder makeup.
Oh.
So, that's a little, I mean, it's a little different. So, I do use primer, like, if I'm putting on concealer a lot of times. Or, which I mean, I don't really do that much. Or, I use eyeshadow primer. Because I have a real problem with eyeshadow sticking to where it's supposed to.
See, I just like how it makes my face feel.
Oh.
It's so soft.
You know, whoever came up with this was like, oh, look at these cute fall crabs. All my girls sound the same. And then, in secret, underneath, they were like, it's gonna take you 12 years to complete them.
What's been going on in your life lately?
Mostly I've been just trying to enjoy a little bit of the fall season and get prepared for Halloween because, you know, earlier you were like, Halloween is not my favorite, and I was like, what? And that's because you're talking to the girl who has made not one but 2 Halloween costumes for herself this year.
What else are you being?
So we're doing Nightmare Before Christmas for Trunk or Treat. And I'm going to be Sally. And then for work, I'm going to be Tinkerbell.
Oh, cute.
So I made like a tutu, and I made a Tinkerbell necklace with a bottle of pixie dust on it. And leaves and stars and stuff. And then little wings. And I'm just going to put my hair in a bun. I put little pom-poms on flats so they would look like her little shoes. It was super fun. So I did all that, and then I sewed Jackson's Jack Skellington costume and made him a mask, and then I sewed an Oogie Boogie head, like, mask for Adam, and then I made him a t-shirt. I did, like, iron-ons, stitching and bugs and stuff so he can be comfortable. And then I made Remy a Zero costume yesterday.
Wow.
So that's taken up all of my time. Basically, I have no life, and I just have been doing that.
What are the boys being for Halloween Day?
Honestly, I don't know what they're going to do, because besides what we're doing for Trunk or Treat, they're going to go with their dad for their Harvest Festival at school.
Oh.
So there'll be something else there. I did hair last week, which took up, like, it felt like 24 hours of my life. Because I basically came home from work, did hair, went to bed, got up, and went to work. So I felt like I missed a day.
That sounds crazy.
So, yeah, keeping myself busy with many things, as usual. And you?
Hold on, not keeping myself busy, other than... Well, Saturday, I went to go see Thunder Down Under.
Oh, yes. I just want to know, was there thunder?
Oh, there was thunder.
Were they really Australian?
The not many of them spoke. Just one guy spoke. So,
you mean you're not there for intellectual conversation?
No. But I was kind of nervous because the people I was going with, I don't really know all that well.
Was it people from work?
Yeah. But,
oh, yeah, that could get awkward.
Yeah. But, I mean, they're all nice. It was, like, a great time. And it was just kind of awkward. But, like, at the beginning, you know, they're all introducing themselves, and they're running around, and I was, like, right on the aisle.
Oh, sweet.
Yes. And so one of them came up and kissed me on the cheek.
Oh.
I immediately texted Blake, and I said, I'm not going to lie. Somebody just kissed me on the cheek. And then
I have to tell you.
Yeah. And then by the end of the show, I had a few drinks, and I decided for some reason it was going to be a great idea to spend $20 on a picture
With
the boys.
The thunder.
Yep, with the thunder. And so that was interesting. So now I have a picture to remember.
To commemorate your shame.
To remember. Which I'm sure Blake loves.
Oh, I'm sure. Do you have it, like, posted somewhere prominent?
No.
Up next to the bed?
No. I put it in I have, like, boxes where I keep memories
Mementos.
from times, and so this shows how much a freak I am. I have, like, different ones for different, like, periods of my life, right? I have, like, a junior high box, a high school box.
Sweet. That sounds very organized.
And so I have an adult life box because I don't do as many exciting things as I used to, I feel like.
Well, yeah.
Or, like, exciting things where I get stuff from it.
That I need to keep junk from.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when you were, like, when I was in high school, I would, like, save movie tickets from a movie I went to with my boyfriend or something.
Most of that has gotten thrown away.
Yeah, no, but I'm like, as an adult, I'm like, this is trash.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a memento. This is trash.
Unless you have one of those cool, like, boxes where you, like, try to fill it with a bunch of movie tickets just to be like, look how many cute movie dates we've been on. But not that we do that.
Do you only save them from the cute movies? Because I've seen some not very cute movies.
Did you ever see Sausage Fest?
No, I did not. And while I love Seth Rogen, like, absolutely adore him.
See, I don't.
Oh, what? How can you not?
His laugh irritates me to no end.
He is so cute.
And also, I just don't get why he has to be, like, just high as crap and everything.
Oh, I think that's not acting. That's just he's high.
Well, I know.
As crap. All the time. So why wouldn't he also be high as crap in the movie?
I guess that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. For some reason, he's not my favorite ever. I don't hate him.
Well, no, I don't hate anybody. You obviously can't say the same. That was a long pause.
Hate is maybe a strong word.
Yeah, I think it is a strong word. It's such a strong word, I don't even let my kids say it.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I think it's, you know, what the thing is they always tell me, my dad lets me say hate.
Aww.
And stuff, and I'm like, okay, cool. But I personally just feel like there is nothing.
Are you redoing your candle?
I don't like the dragon skin. Yes, I'm redoing it. I feel like there is nothing more sad than hearing a child say hate. It's just heartbreaking. And I also just feel like there's already so much bad vibes and hate out in the world.
Yeah.
That we don't, like, let's not put that out there.
Yeah.
So I try to encourage them. Mostly I just tell them that if they want to tell me something that, like, quit being lazy and use big words.
That makes sense.
So they have to explain. I'm like, you could find a lot of other ways to tell me what you think about this besides saying hate. So, like, think about it and, like, tell me something that's actually intelligent. But,
Oh, but don't see that movie.
yeah, I kind of wasn't planning on it.
Actually, I think you should.
Just because it's one of those things where it's, like, a low.
I think it's just the movie is so out there. Like, just nothing like you've ever seen in your entire life that it's worth seeing just for that reason. I literally, like, I don't even know how much I laughed or how much my jaw was just, like, dropped.
Deep. Yeah.
Like,
you're just like, what is happening?
how could they say that? How are they getting away with this? How is this not rated X? Oh, because it's cartoons.
Yeah. See, I don't know that I need that. I feel like I don't know. Well, I mean, I read several things about it. Like one that people thought it was racist.
Oh, it's totally racist. But it's just, and it's more, see, I don't
But
get
it's cartoon racist.
well, and not even that. I don't
How
really
does
get,
that make everything better?
I don't really get offended by all that. Like, it's racist. I don't think is the right word. It's very like stereotypical type racism.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're just stereotyping.
So yeah, the bagel is a Jew.
Okay, gotcha.
Like the taco is
Mexican.
this Mexican lady.
Yes. Okay. So it's not like they're being overtly racist.
Well, and they definitely like they make like references. So like, there's like a not a falafel guy, but what's the name of it? I don't remember. But
a gyro.
He's like Middle Eastern, right?
Isn't that what it is?
Him and the Jew become friends.
Oh.
And they like make jokes about, their past issues. You know what I mean? I think it just brought up funny political things in a funny way because they were
right
cartoons.
Funny political things in a
that aren't really funny,
overtly sexual cartoon forum.
It was really seriously crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't get easily like offended by that kind of racism. I get offended by
right, but just like being crude.
Yeah,
obviously. Well, I mean,
like,
if you're gonna watch any of Seth Meyers movies, you can't get offended at like stuff like that,
right? Or like just stereotypes. Like, okay, why is it a stereotype? Because, hello, you could
often true things. Yes,
just a little bit exaggerated.
Yeah. Well, I just felt like World America or Team America World Police was plenty for me.
I don't even know if I watched that whole thing.
Well, I mean, but like, so if the humor, like, if it's cruder than that, I'm good.
I don't know. That one's pretty crude.
They're pretty bad,
but it's funny. I think it was just interesting.
Well, I had enjoyed having the kids go like, Mom, are we gonna go watch that movie? No,
absolutely not, boys.
Definitely no.
Not till you're
but
at least 25.
Cartoon, and I'm like, well, it's a cartoon for grown-ups. And then Remy just can't. Why would they do that? Why would they make that for grown-ups? And I'm like, I don't know. I mean,
did you name off all the other cartoons you can't watch?
Yeah.
Like South Park. And...
I know, and I should have been like, well, let me explain why they really made it for grown-ups, because they can get away with doing all these terrible things because it's in cartoon form.
Right.
Otherwise it would never be released in actual theater. I'm having some more inspiration.
You're thinking leaf on the outside?
I'm thinking leaf on the outside.
Leaf on the outside, corn on the inside. It's like that rap song.
I don't know that one.
Oh.
Does it say those words?
No.
It's all about fall.
It's called...
Is Martha Stewart in the background? Like, dancing and grinding?
That would be awesome if she was.
Twerking?
No, it's like, I don't know, the song's called Ice Cream Paint Job.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I do know that song. Unfortunately. Also makes no sense, but hey.
I don't understand most rap songs, so...
I mean, I understand a lot of them. I think that part of the thing is you just gotta come up with like a dumb name for something and just be like, that's what I call it, so that's what it's called.
Yeah.
And then just stick with it, and then it becomes a thing. Like YOLO.
Like YOLO.
I mean, you can make it work. I did see a really cute idea where, those like weird felt place card things you can get at the dollar store?
No.
They have these like weird felt.
I don't go to the dollar store enough.
Oh my gosh, I love going to the dollar store.
I love it too, I just don't.
I ended up going, I feel like, a lot for, it's one of my coworkers' birthdays, and we need to go get balloons and junk like that. And there are some random things, I always, go buy gift wrapping stuff there.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. But, yeah, they have these odd little, and I've bought them in the past and thought they were really cute, but then didn't quite know what to do with them. It's something like this under my tree, where it's just like a placemat, and then it's decoration. And they have them for usually every kind of holiday. And they have some fall ones right now they're like leaves, and there's an owl, and there's a pumpkin one. But I saw a thing where people sewed them onto just plain pillow covers for your couch cushions.
Oh.
And I was like, that's what you can do with them. And then I thought you can just tie a little bow on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I like to change out my pillow covers on my couch a lot.
See, I would love that too, but I have never done that.
I used to always be a sucker for buying look at these cute pillows at Target. I need them for my couch for Christmas. And then eventually they wear down and they're flat and awful. And so what I've done lately is just bought good thick pillow forms and then put new covers on them for every holiday and every different thing. I have a sweet sugar skull out there.
I saw that, yeah.
Right now. And yeah, I need a fall one though. I don't have a good fall one. I have lots of Christmas pillows, and I made a cute one with felt. I sewed a shamrock on, but I'm I could just, instead of having to cut something out myself, go buy one of those. That'd be great.
That's smart.
Next project.
We need more projects.
We do. Well, I think those turned out okay.
I do too. I liked this craft.
It was very interesting.
It was easier than last craft, that's for sure.
I like things in 3s though, and we made things in 2.
That's true. See, my problem is right now I tried to make a fall mantle on my faux mantle.
It's a faux fall mantle.
A faux fall mantle.
Or a fall faux mantle. If it's faux fall, then it's fake fall, not fake mantle. So fall faux mantle.
And it's all I have is just flat and all one height.
Oh.
I just have pumpkins. I have 2 candlesticks with pumpkins on top, but that's the only thing that's any dimension.
Yeah.
So it just looks like I threw a bunch of stuff up on my mantle.
Faux mantle.
My faux mantle.
My fall faux mantle.
Which I love, by the way.
I love too. I want to make an empty wall somewhere in my house. I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna move that chair and no one can sit anymore because I just want one. They're so cute.
I really want to make that backdrop thing though, because that's the only thing I think that bugs me about it is it's
blank inside.
Yeah, it's just a wall in there.
You should make it look like a door. That's a portal into another dimension.
Oh, I was gonna say Narnia, but that's not. That was a
chest
closet.
Yeah, there was a word.
A wardrobe.
Wardrobe. Is it because it's called The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? I wanted to say it was a chest of drawers. So then I'm thinking, no, you can't crawl through a drawer.
Well, really, the only reason I know it's called a wardrobe is because when I lived in England,
that's what everybody called it.
That's what they are. They don't have closets.
I know. They're not built into walls like we have.
Right. I'm
it's such a crazy thing. It seems so odd that that's
I don't know how I fit all my clothes in that thing.
Oh, I couldn't. I can tell you right now.
I think it's just I didn't take that much.
Okay,
stuff.
but where do they put the rest of their things? Because yes, I have my clothes in my closet, and then the whole entire bottom of my walk-in closet is covered in shoes, let's be honest. Where would I put all my shoes? I don't know.
Yeah, because like I said, I didn't have that much stuff there. Because I didn't get to take that much stuff, and I didn't have that much money. Yeah. So I just had a line of shoes by the radiator. The radiator, that's another thing. Ugh!
I had a radiator when I was a kid. I burnt the crap out of myself on it.
The reason I didn't like it is because they turned it off at 9 or 10 p.m. because they assume you're sleeping, right? Why do you? But I'm like,
Who's they? The government?
the dorms.
Oh, okay. Whew. I was like a little concerned.
No, the dorms.
I can't live in a repressed country where I can't turn on my radio anytime I want to, even though that's what they're trying to do right now.
So, yeah, I was really frustrated because I need to be, like, really warm at night. I can't sleep if I'm...
Oh.
Like, some people like it to be cold outside and just, like, want to bundle.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
I like it to be freezing cold. Like, we'll sleep with our window open in this winter time. And then
Doesn't it hurt your throat?
No, I just
I always get a
load
sore throat in the
blankets
morning.
on. Now, what I can't do is the overhead fan can't be on while I'm sleeping.
Oh.
That kills me. But... cold air is great.
See, I don't like too many blankets because I feel like it weighs me down. It hurts my feet in the morning.
You don't have to have them tucked so tight at the bottom.
It's just all the weight
You just
pushes
have
my feet
Delicate feet. They're just sensitive.
It's the weirdest conversation.
Love having the weight of covers on me. In fact, it's something like I can't stand to not have covers on me. Even when it's 100 degrees, I still have to have a sheet on me.
I always need covers on me.
Oh, see, and I like a thick Afghan on top of everything else so that it feels like I'm being slowly crushed.
That's what I don't like feeling.
Yeah. So, besides shoes and clothes, I also have, like, shotguns in the top of my closet, a whole bunch of pictures, my flute, some luggage. Are you laughing at my flute?
Your flute?
My flute. I have a flute. That was supersonic loud.
I think my parents have my old flute, but
you played the flute too?
I did.
We're flute sisters.
I didn't for very long because I got made fun of like crap.
Why?
Well, okay, so
were you not good?
Right. I switched schools from 5th grade to 6th grade and went to junior high. They were just doing it like experimental 6th grade and junior high thing. My mom made me do it.
You were a lab rat.
Yeah. And my mom made me do it, but it was like not the junior high I was supposed to go to, so I didn't know anybody. And I had a rolly backpack.
You're going to appreciate that in your 50s and 60s when you don't have back pain.
Trust me, I didn't have it rolling very long because I got made fun of real fast. And then I was in band and I played the flute and people made so much fun of me. So I quit band that semester.
Well, I was a slightly different child. And basically the weirder I was or could be, like that was great. And actually where I went to school, I don't feel like band wasn't, like, cool or anything, you know? Yeah, it was such a small school that there were so many people from the school that were in band. It wasn't like people were like, oh, you're in band.
Yeah.
In fact, being in band was super sweet because you got to go on, like, cool trips that nobody else got to go on. And I was even in the marching band, and I never got made fun of.
I feel like the marching band is like a little step up, though.
Oh, I feel like the marching band is like, you're a real dork. The great thing is I played the flute for 6 years, and then my, like, last year that I was going to be in band, I was like, I'm sick of playing the flute. Put me in percussion. So, it might have had something to do with that one of my best friends played drums, so I was just like, I'm going to sit in the back of class and hang out with Sean all day. Like, I was so good that they gave me things like the tambourine to play. And also, I played the bass drum in marching band, so I was carrying this ginormous drum.
It was bigger than you, probably.
It wasn't like the huge one, but it was large comparatively in size. And that last year of school was when my hair was just growing in from shaving my head. So I had like super short hair. It was, I want to say it was like a cute pixie cut because I've had lots of cute pixie cuts, but this was not really. And I was in a band uniform with the drum, and I still had a boyfriend.
I'm glad you clarified that because people might think I don't know, weird things.
Definitely not. Yeah, no, it was fun. We had good times. But yes, I have my flute still because I constantly think that I'm going to play it again at some time. I didn't for a long time because of my lip piercing. It was in the way. And it was such a pain to take out and then put back in. And I was like, I'm not going to do this. So I just wouldn't do it. But.
See, the flute's not ever something I would be like, oh, I'm going to pick up the flute and play the flute.
It's not something you want to just like jam with?
Yeah, it's not like a guitar, where you're just like, no, I could like sit here and whatever. I feel like you have to like sit like this, like to play.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's not like a relaxing.
You can't just like curl around it like a guitar. Yeah. And honestly, I'm so terrible at the guitar. All I can play is bass because my fingers don't stretch far enough. Like my tiny hands.
Well, even my brother has to get like a 3/4 size.
Yeah. I could never do it. I couldn't do chords because I just like couldn't quite make them go that far. Yeah. And so I was like, well, I'll just play bass. That's easy. And then I like still got to chill and hang out and jam. But
I don't think I could play guitar. I've got like my wrist issue, and I think
have a wrist issue too.
Do you?
What? Why is yours on your left side?
I don't know.
Do you have carpal tunnel?
I don't know.
I have carpal tunnel.
I've never figured out what it was.
We can be carpal tunnel sisters.
Well, because too, my best friend Heather has like the same thing. She's actually getting surgery on her wrist in like a month or not even that long.
Wow.
But so she goes and sees like a hand specialist.
Yeah.
But that's why I kind of wonder, because I was on the golf team with her. I wonder if it's something golf related.
That really difficult that contact sport, golf.
Your club makes contact with the ground.
I did golf in college to avoid doing any other form of PE.
Golf? You didn't like it?
Oh, I loved it. It was great times. It was super fun.
I always tell people I like golf, but if you were to ask Blake, I think he would tell you I don't like golf.
I like the idea of golf. I like playing. I don't like keeping score.
I'm just too much of a perfectionist for sports.
Yeah. No, I agree, because I'm like, either I have to completely let go and just be like, I'm just here to enjoy this activity. Mm-hmm. And so like keeping track of my score on a golf course, it's not an enjoyable thing.
Nope.
I just have to just be there, and be present.
Well,
or I get way too competitive and I'm just angry and like irritated at how horrible I am.
Well, my thing is, I'm not even competitive, like, what my score has to be great, but I'll, like, hit a shot that's just, like, meh, but it goes straight and still gets me closer to the hole and isn't lost.
Right.
And Blake will be like, well, that was all right. And I'm like, no, that wasn't perfect. It didn't do exactly what I was planning on it doing. You know what I mean?
And I hit a golf ball and it's not off in the brush somewhere, that's a win. Like that, I'm like, woo! Life is good.
I think my thing is, I know that I could hit it so well. There's sometimes where I'm like hitting so well. And
but that's in anything. Like I remember doing, in softball, having that moment where you step up to the plate and like the ball's coming and you just are like, this is gonna be awesome. Like you have that moment where everything like drills in and you're like, you know exactly what to do and you know exactly how it's gonna go, and you have that just like moment of like perfection. But those are fleeting. I feel like I'm always just kind of coasting along, and then it's like, oh, that was a good one, I'll be happy about that. And not focus on the rest.
I am like Cam Newton.
Oh.
That's exactly. Cam Newton, the football player.
Oh, no. I don't know him. No. I mean, I've heard his name.
He's the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers.
No, I don't know that.
And so there's this whole thing on him this morning because yesterday after the game, they lost, right? And he's like a baby about it. Like when he wins, he's like, I love football. My life is awesome. Like, I led this team to our victory, and we're so great. And, like, etc. But when they lose, he like won't answer questions in interviews. He like just has a straight face and somebody like asks something like, we just need to be better. We just need to be better. Next question. We just need to be better. Like, just awful. Like, bad. And people give him so much crap because he's such a baby.
It's like not good sportsmanship.
That's me.
So we don't want to go play golf.
No. I like will only play with Blake because he's, I mean, I think he hates playing with me because I'm such a butthead. But he like.
But he's stuck with you.
Yeah.
No,
and he
I
like
know.
knows when to just like leave me alone.
Yeah.
Now he used to like try to help and stuff, and it'd make me more mad. So now he just knows like just.
Okay. Sure. No, I've been notorious in my life for not doing anything that I couldn't do well because I was like, I don't want to be uncomfortable or upset about this. I mean, I know some people thrive on that, and that's how they like get so good.
Not me.
No, not me either.
If I'm not good at something right away, then
forget it.
Screw it.
Move on.
That's why I don't have a lot of hobbies.
It's also why you don't have burlap pumpkins.
That's why I don't play the guitar. I've tried it quite a few times.
Yeah, no, I know.
Practice for a month, and like, see, that's the thing. I start off, and I'm like, yeah, this is great, and then I get to a point where I'm not getting any better, and I'm like, forget it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. I do the same kind of thing. I'm like, well, I can be mediocre at many things. I can be like great at things that come naturally to me. I'll just stick with those.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like writing fall on a pumpkin.
No. That was all you.
So cute.
Mine's fat.
Ooh, it's kind of like a mullet. It's like business in the
Business
front,
in the front,
party in the back. Oh, did I tell you? I'm like dying. So 2 months ago at least, I chose all of our flights. All of our seats. And I was really proud of myself. And then they must have changed it or something. So Blake and I were going on. I was showing him where we were sitting, where I chose the seats. And the 11-hour flight from Munich to Chicago, we're not sitting together.
What?
Because I'm guessing that they changed the flight. Like something got changed or whatever in the meantime since I picked them. And I didn't get notified.
So you can't go back on and...
All the seats are like chosen.
Oh my goodness. You know when you get right up to the ticket counter, like when you're boarding, and you go on and you go up and say, hey, like this is going on, they'll often be able to switch them for you.
Yeah, well, because I'm hoping, lots of people travel by themselves.
Right.
So I'm
well, and
hoping
you can always like ask somebody, hey, will you switch seats with me or
whatever.
whatever.
You know what my mom said?
But I was going to say, they were really strict about that for a while because of the, like, passenger, they have, like, the data sheet and where everyone's sitting, et cetera, et cetera. And, like, for a while, they were like, you can't ever change seats because if you get in a horrible plane crash.
That's what my mom said. She's like, well, if you guys die, you'll never be able to identify you.
We won't be able to identify the bodies.
I was like,
thanks, Mom.
Well, if I'm not alive, I'm dead.
Right. If everyone in the plane dies
where I was sitting,
then you're dead. Right. I mean, so they can identify you to come home. But I mean, that was back in the day. Like now they can do like a cheek swab and have your DNA tested in 24 hours.
It's true.
So they'll be able to match you.
Or just send some other random body. My parents aren't going to know.
I feel the same way. I'm always like, so who cares? Did I get completely incinerated in the burning plane? Great.
What's left
you don't have
of
to
me?
pay for a cremation.
Just take a jug out there and scoop them up.
Scoop up some ashes, send them home to Mom and Dad, and call it good.
I have zero concerns about
my dead body.
Yeah.
No, I agree. I'm the same way. I'm like, could care less. Do whatever you like with me.
That's why I told Blake one of the first. He thinks I'm so weird, but one of the first things that we're gonna do when we get married, I want to get all of my
have a will and everything.
Well, not even that necessarily, but my grandparents have their spot to be buried paid for. They have their coffin paid for and all that stuff because the idea of your loved one dies and you have to
figure everything out.
Yeah, and then you feel bad for not buying the most expensive coffin.
It's horrible. Yes, no, I agree.
I don't ever want anybody to go through that with me because I don't care what the hell the coffin looks like.
No,
But I get why they would feel bad.
Right.
Like, because, I mean, I don't really get it, but
I
get it.
don't need a spot to be buried because I don't need to be buried. If you don't want to keep me in your house, like,
No,
as,
I don't
like,
want anybody...
I mean, I don't care if somebody wants to keep me in my house and, like, yell at me when they're angry or something. Like, that's fine. They can keep me in a little jar. I mean, they can put me in a mason jar for all I care. Like,
Blake and I want to be shot off in a firework.
ooh, that is cool. Honestly, I just feel like whatever makes you happy. If my kids want to split me between the two of them so they can each take a jar home, and then they can just, like, keep me in a closet somewhere or something, and then when they're like, Mom, when they're paying for therapy, and they gotta come yell at me, Mom, you screwed me up and you ruined my life. They can do that.
I don't think they...
Or, you know, if they want to, you know, come
wear you in a necklace or something?
Yeah, and take me with them on all their adventures. Great. And if they want to, like, dump me off the side of Highway 32 without a permit, I don't care. Just stand on a cliff and just shake me out into the wind. Super illegal.
Yeah.
But who's going to catch you? No. Yeah. Out in the woods. You're good.
Nobody's going to see a piece of ash on the ground.
And be like, oh, son of a bitch. I knew people were illegally dumping bodies here. Yeah, I love the idea that people, like, do it out in the ocean or whatever, but I'm also, like, it doesn't matter to me in any way, because that's not me.
Yeah. Or, you know, the people that, like, grow a tree from them? Have you heard of that
placentas.
No, you can do it with ashes, I thought.
Oh, no, I'm sure you can.
I think that would be nice, but the firework ideas.
The firework idea is pretty fun.
Especially if you know Blake at all. America is like...
Oh, he loves America.
Like a real, not an issue. It's like, it's kind of an issue.
It's not an issue to him.
He loves America very much.
He really loves America.
And
fireworks. He's got a tender place in his heart for America.
And fireworks are like one of his favorite things in the whole world. So
they're pretty awesome.
Yeah, so I feel like if that was like his last
hurrah.
Yeah.
I think that would be great. And it sounds like tons of fun.
I told him he's got to wait for me, though. I want to be, like, with him in a firework.
Oh, okay. So if he dies first, you're going to put him in a mason jar. And hang on to him until it's time.
A little label, fireworks.
4 fireworks. Date to be decided. Yeah, I think it would be a great way to go. I mean, that's not the way you're going to go. What if you get shot by a firework, die, then they cremate you, put you in a firework? Oh, the irony.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, my only concern then would be is how expensive is this firework going to be?
I don't know.
If you're worried about people paying for a costly coffin and they're like, you're going to have to kick out $5,000 for this here fireworks show.
Well, that's why I'll pay for it.
Oh, you're going to buy your fireworks ahead of time.
Yeah.
I'm just going to get some, like, snakes and sparklers.
You're going to be at my funeral? Wow!
I put a little bit of Jessie in here. Just a smidge.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, I mean, death is a serious thing, obviously. Yeah. I've been around plenty of it at this point in my life to not be too serious about my own, I guess.
I don't want it to be this sad day everybody has.
Oh, it's gonna be a sad day. Like, you can't make it a fun party.
I want, like, an Irish, like, what are they called?
A wake.
Oh. I want everybody to just take shots and talk about how great I was.
And then pretty soon everyone's crying. Drunk and crying.
Well, that's okay.
Sobbing in the corner. And they're like, oh, you're that girl. Yeah, I don't think you can avoid the sad part, but
I guess that's true.
I mean, the idea that you don't want people to suffer is great. And the idea that we are, like, all going to have a great grasp on things so that it will be easy to deal with. It's great.
Yeah.
But you're not going to have to worry about it.
That's true. It's very true.
So this has been Serious Talk about death.
It has come up quite a few times. We talked about the murder show and how you love murder, but you don't love murder.
Right.
We talked about...
I mean, I am. My dad said the other day that, like, something about, oh, if it's about death, Tab will love it. Like, I do